Depression is a common and serious medical illness that affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. It's different from the usual mood fluctuation and short-lived emotional responses to challenges in everyday life, especially when long-lasting and with moderate or severe intensity. Depression may become a serious health medical condition. It can cause the affected person to suffer greatly and function poorly at work, at school, and in the family. Speaking on depression, just recently, on May 29, 2022, a news report reveals that a 47-year-old woman named Afolake Abiola, who was undergoing depression, was reportedly to have committed suicide in her apartment. According to the World Health Organization, it described depression as a common illness worldwide, with an estimated 3.8% of the population affected, including 5.0% among adults and 5.7% among adults older than 60 years old. Approximately 280 million people in the world have depression. Meanwhile, according to the Healthline, it disclosed that in some situations it's possible to prevent depression even if you have already had a previous episode. Lingering questions have been kept unanswered about the triggers of depression. To answer that, the World Bank blog in its survey identified that one of the triggers of depression is income. It states in its article that income is significantly and negatively correlated with depression and poverty, and negative shocks go hand in hand. Furthermore, adverse events affecting households in the bottom 13% of income distribution can increase the likelihood of having a chronically depressed household by 10%. It will also interest you to know that depression is way more than just feeling sad. It is an illness that requires a great deal of care. However, unlike illnesses that affect physical health, depression, on the other hand, affects mental health and, in worse form, can lead to suicide. Depression causes. According to an online platform called Life, it highlights the following causes of depression. 1 is trauma and grief. Trauma such as violence or physical emotional abuse, whether it is early in life or more recent, can trigger the depression in people who are biologically vulnerable to it. Grief after the death of a friend or loved one is normal, but like all forms of loss, it can sometimes lead to depression. If you feel this way after any loss, please talk to a mental health doctor. 2, medications and substances. Many prescription drugs can cause symptoms of depression. According to WebMed, alcohol or substance abuse is common to depressed people. It often makes their condition worse by causing or worsening the mood, interfering with the effects of medication prescribed to treat depression. Gender. According to some research, it has been discovered that women are about twice as likely as men to become depressed. No one is sure why. However, it is possible that hormonal changes that women go through at different times of their life may play a role. Solutions. Now, what are those solutions to help reduce depression? 1, regular exercises. Exercising regularly is one of the best things you can do for your mental health. According to Mayo Clinic, exercises can help in the treatment and prevention of depression. According to Anxiety and Depression Association of America, it affects around 15 million Americans every year. In some cases, it's possible to prevent depression even if you have already had a previous episode. 2, reduce your time spent on social media. Research has shown that increased social media usage can cause or contribute to depression and low self-esteem. Social media can be addicting, and its necessity to stay connected with family, friends, and even co-workers. It's how we plan and invite people to events and share big news. However, limiting social time can help prevent depression. 3, build strong relationships. Having a strong support system and active social life is important for our mental health. Research has shown that having even adequate social support can protect against depression. 4. Minimize your daily choices. Researchers think that having too many choices can actually cause significant stress that can lead to depression. Psychologist Barry Scott, author of the book The Paradox of Choice, described research that shows that when faced with too much choices, those who aim to make the best possible choice, that is the maximizers, face higher rates of depression. 5. Reduce stress. Chronic stress is one of the most common causes of depression and anxiety. Learning how to manage and cope with stress is essential for optimal mental health. Talking therapy. Psychotherapy trusted sources or talking therapy can help people identify the causes of their depression and find practical solutions. Avoid common triggers. Various factors can trigger symptoms of stress and depression, and this will vary between individuals. It may be possible to avoid or reduce exposure to some of these triggers. Triggers that a person may be able to avoid include exposure to news, some movies, and other medias. Remember, sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. Be positive with your thoughts.